Alright, I'm tired of it! First, it was 100 men versus 1 gorilla. Now, it's Grug. So let's just talk about it. Now, I've been seeing all these powers against Viltrumites, Super Saiyans, and although they are pretty funny, I kind of want to see someone do a real one. So might as well just do it myself. So I'm going to put Grug against a real enemy. Mark Grayson, aka Yeah, you thought I was going to put that overplayed. Anyways, to keep it somewhat realistic, I'm gonna get Invincible from season 1 and maybe a little bit of season 2. Anyways, just quick disclaimer, this is a 100% realistic and scientific comparison. All right, now let's get into it. First, let's break down some of their abilities, starting with Invincible. He has strength, flight, and resistance. Okay, now let's look at Grug. He has also strength, also resistance, but he has something that Mark doesn't. Intelligence. So let's break these down a little further. This is Mark throwing a bag, and this is Grug kicking a log. Oddly similar, right? And it's pretty clear that both of them didn't really try that hard, but Mark definitely threw it a little bit farther without even trying, or without even knowing that he could do that. He also did a similar act later in season 1 when he kicked a rock hard enough to break through a house without even trying to. But now let's look at Grug, because he has some pretty crazy feats as well, like lifting several huge boulders and being able to take down huge monsters with ease. I mean, he would have to move boulders in his cave every day. This man is jacked. Okay, now outputting strength, I think Mark takes this one. But next one is flight. And well, Mark can fly pretty fast too. And well, Grug, he can't fly, but that's okay because Grug is extremely athletic. He's literally outrunning huge predators who run on 4 legs while protecting and throwing his family at the same time. And although he might not fly, his speed and agility alone are a pretty solid matchup. And so far, it kind of sounds like Mark would win. But now let's talk about the things where Grug would shine on. First, with resilience. Remember those 3 boulders from earlier he lifted? Well, a huge rabbit jumped on it and it crushed him. Yeah, he acted like nothing happened. And this isn't even the only time he did something like that. Literally in the same scene, he gets struck by lightning and then another boulder falls on him. And then he's fine. And earlier in the movie, after going full speed, he tripped and then he went head first into a rock. And he broke the rock and had no reaction to it. Alright, I need to stop screaming. Anyways, he was doing this with the worst diet imaginable. This guy would probably go months barely eating anything just to keep his family fed. Literally getting a sip of egg whites. He must think he's Rocky or something. Now Mark. Mark. Yes, he's very resilient as well. But this guy sucks at fights. He literally lost every fight he got into, and all of them leaving him in a critical condition, even against inferior opponents. Yet Grug has fought creatures that should be way stronger than him, yet walks away completely unfazed. Leading me to my final point, intelligence. And listen, Grug is a genius, okay? And Mark, well, not so much. Grug not only managed to keep his family safe, literally outliving every family around him and the majority of Earth. And yeah, part of that was because he was hiding in a cave most of the time. But when they did go out, they would have to fight crazy creatures and they would take them down very strategically. And yes, he did struggle to adapt to Guy's ways, but when he finally did, he literally outsmarted him and saved both of their lives. Not to mention him inventing dreadlocks, a self-tightening belt, vehicles, and arguably the wheel, photographs, sunglasses, mobile homes, and even elevators, which was more like a catapult, but either way he still technically invented a catapult, so either way it's still pretty impressive. Anyways, now Mark, he had like no intelligence feats, and his fighting skills and choices really show how unorganized he is. Anyways, yeah, this guy cannot throw hands. Now keep in mind, we're only using season 1 Mark and maybe a little bit of season 2, but after going through all of the abilities, now let's get into who actually would win in a fight. Now in terms of the things going for Mark, would probably be his strength and his flight, which if we were just to base off strength alone, he would probably take the win. But that's not the only thing that matters in a fight, because yes, he's strong, but it's clear he doesn't even really know how to use it. Not to mention he would probably be holding back either way. Now Grug, he's not holding back, and his strength is not something that should be underlooked. This man is very strong, and mixed with everything else, even if Invincible gets some nice hits on him, his agility and intelligence would lead him to take the win. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer on this one. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And if you guys liked the video, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe.